I'm going to post it online for the kids that have missed our Google Meet this morning so they can see what we're doing, okay? Looks good. So we're going to start with refreshing, and my screen is already frozen this morning. We're going to refresh on finding the midpoint. So let's look at this. So what would be the midpoint in this, Leland?
$100.
No, not between 10 and 20. The midpoint wouldn't be 100.
So you see how the
150.
Okay, think about this, Leland. How many did you have to use to get here?
10.
You used 10. Half of 10 is what?
5.
Okay, so add 5 to your 10 and you get what?
you already have now.
15. So 15 is halfway in between 10 and 20. All right. Same thing goes here. Now, I know that we haven't done this for a while because you all are rusty. What's going to go here for the midpoint? 100 to 200, Elizabeth? Got to take it off so you can talk, darling. Elizabeth. Yes, 150. All right. Brianna, what goes for the midpoint for 1,000 to 2,000?
1,050?
Not 50.
1,500?
Yes, 1,500. What's the midpoint between 20 and 30, Alyssa? Yes, 25. What's the midpoint between everybody? Let's see who can get it the fastest in chat now. What's the midpoint between 200 and 300? Alyssa's quick on the draw. Leland's coming in second. Elizabeth's third. Brianna raised her hand. And Leland got kicked, it looked like. It says Leland has left the meeting. I still see you on there. I don't know why it would have said that. All right. So, yes, 250 is the midpoint. If you remember, let me go back here and grab one of the old ones that we did. This is what we were working on. Boy, that would have been forever ago. Tuesday of last week. We worked on rounding the number to the given place value. So you had to find out what we were rounding to first and then use the vertical number line to solve the problem. So how we did this one was we were rounding to the nearest 10,000. We had to find which digit was in the 10,000s place. The 6 was in the 10,000s place. So you asked the question, how many 10,000s? And you put that at the bottom. Well, there were 6 10,000s. How much is one more 10,000? That would be 7 10,000s, and you would place that there. Then you have to find the midpoint between 60,000 and 70,000. So the midpoint would be 65,000. Now, we've already done this one. I'm just warming your brains up. Then you had to place the number on the correct spot on the vertical number line. So you've got 67,000 should go in between 65,000 and 70,000. So I put my data point there. And what will it round to? Well, I can circle my 70,000 and put it up there on the line. So it rounds to 70,000. I do know the shortcut about going next door to see if it's 5 or more. This is the way that you can explain it to someone who can understand it, or if you have a writing question, then you can just say, and I know that you all use the term sometimes, I just know because it's in my head, that will not get you the score that you want. This can get you the score that you want. Or if you're trying to explain it to somebody, if you say you just do it in your head, then that's not helping them learn anything. So that's one of them that we went over. So this one, I just took the questions off of it, and it asked us to round to the nearest 100,000s. So we had to find the nearest 100,000, which would have been the 8. Would have been the 8. So how many 100,000s were there? There was 800,000s. One more 100,000 is 900,000. The midpoint would be 850,000. Putting our data point on would be 867,000. Circle the one that it's closest to, which is 900,000, and put it on the line. Pretty simple. All right, so let's look at this one. Everybody in chat, what am I going to look for? What am I trying to round this number to? Who's going to be first? Oh, 10. It's rounding to the nearest 10. I don't think you're right. It's not 10. It's Leland, you put a number. I'm asking for a unit that is being rounded to. Now you put 1,000. It's not the thousands place either, Alyssa.
She didn't put 1,000. She said 1,000.
It's not spelling class. It's math class, Elizabeth. Yes, 10,000. Yes, 10,000. That's what you need to be rounding to. So it asked to round to the nearest 10,000. So I've got to go to my number, and I'm frozen again because it's not allowing me to write on it. So we're going to the nearest 10,000. So I go ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. My question down here is, how many 10,000s are there? Write it down in chat. How many 10,000s? There are 5 10,000s. Yes, yes. So you would put a 5, 0 for my thousands place, 0 for my hundreds, 0s for my tens, and 0 for my ones. So all right. So what is the standard form number that I would have to write up here? Standard form. You're wrong, Alyssa. That's not standard form. What's the standard form number? Because if I put 6 up there, that means it's 6 ones. Remember, the standard form is the number that should be put up there exactly. Nope, that's unit form. Close, Alyssa. There we go, Leland. 60,000. Because one more is going to be 6 10,000s. And the standard form on how to write that is going to be right there. Yep, there we go. So remember, you're asking yourself, if this is 5 10,000s, one more is 6 10,000s. Now I've got to find the midpoint. Midpoint. What's that midpoint going to be? I've got one attempt at the midpoint. What's that midpoint, Briley? Jocelyn attempted. Elizabeth attempted. Brianna's attempted.
It's 55,000.
But you're supposed to put it in chat like everybody else, mister. Kayla's got it. Alyssa's got it. All right. So you are correct. It is 55,000 is our midpoint. Now, I'm going to remind you all again, I'm recording this lesson to put it on to our Google Classroom for the people that didn't make it this morning. Okay? Just want to make you aware of this. So I know Bradley came in a little bit late. So I've got this. What's the next thing that I need to do? Because I've got my vertical number line and I've got my 10,000s, one more 10,000s and my midpoint. What's the next thing I need to do, Elizabeth? I think she's typing in chat instead of speaking. So a message should be coming up. Feel like I should be playing game music right now. Ding, 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 ding. Waiting for an answer. All right, Elizabeth. There we go. And the point where you need to pick the answer. Okay, so where you need to place the answer. So you're going to pick the point. Is it in the top or in the bottom? So is it in the top or in the bottom, guys? Where should I put that number? Bottom is one person's vote. Bottom. Top, Brianna? So 51 is greater than 55? Oh, bottom. Yes. All right. So yes, because 51 is in between 50 and 55. So it would go down here. 51,988. Remember, we can't choose the midpoint when we're rounding to the nearest 10,000. So we have to choose 50,000. So this will round to 50,000. I will tell you, I think everybody in here has this. The one thing, if you're not looking very closely at what unit you are rounding to, you will not get it. Because if you round this to the thousands or to the tens place, then you're going to miss it. So let's look at the next one. Here's the next one. I need you to write it down on a piece of paper because I'm going to send y'all into breakout rooms. So make sure you've got this one written down and make sure you know what you're rounding it to. Make sure you've got it written down and make sure that you know what you're rounding it to. So when I send you to breakout rooms. All right, you should. I still see Alyssa writing. I'm going to give just a few more seconds. So you know the number and you know where you're rounding this to. All right. I still see her pin going. All right, here we go.
Is this a break room full of Miss Haycliffe?
All right. Well, I got kicked on one of my devices. Are you all there? Can you hear me?
I got kicked off the school bus.
Well, I didn't get kicked off the school bus, but I got kicked off the laptop. So, all right. So
Can I show you one of my drawings?
Not right now. We're working with math. You can at the end of the lesson. So let's look at this. I think everybody pretty much has this, which is really exciting to me because I want to move on. If you all have got this, there's no sense in staying here any longer. Okay. So our number, oh gosh, this thing drives me absolutely insane. Okay. So this number, we're going to round it to the nearest 100,000. So which is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s. So I have 700,000 should be on the bottom. One more 100,000 is 800,000. The midpoint is going to be 750,000. Then I have to put my number on the correct spot. Well, I've got 767. 767 is greater than 750,000. So I'm going to place it up here. And then at that point, I'm going to circle my 800,000. Remember, we will have a test on Friday in math. So anything that we learn or we work on from today till Thursday, we will have the test on Friday on this. So that's how we would do that. And you all have been getting these. I don't think I need to hang around very much longer. The only one I want to work on is a multi-step. Word problem. So for example, if we have this word
After this, can we get off?
No, this is math and we got to do reading and I've got science. So
Oh my God.
yep.
You're really rusty. You don't even know the meeting routine.
Uh-huh. So here we go. Estimate the sum by rounding each number to the given place value. So we have to estimate rounding to the nearest 10,000. So we've got to take these numbers and round it to the nearest 10,000. You can draw the vertical number line or you can do it the other way too. So the nearest 10,000. What digit is in the 10,000s place on this number? Type it in there, please. What digit is in the 10,000s place? Because that's what we're rounding to right now. Yes, Alyssa, you're correct. The 6 is in the 10,000s place. So this number, if I drew my vertical number line and I had 3 on it, I would have this number for my 10,000s. Because remember, I have to include anything before that because that's 16 10,000s. One more 10,000 would be 17 10,000s. My midpoint is going to be 165,000. And how I do that is I just find the middle between 116 or 160,000 and 170,000, which is going to be 165,000. Then I put my number on the correct spot. 164. Well, 164 is going to be down here. Circle this one. So I know that's going to be my first number. So I'm going to come over here and write down what that is rounded to. Then I'm going to round the next number. What number is in the 10,000s place? Because that's what we're rounding to right now. Waiting. Not in the 10,000s place for this number. What's in the 10,000s place for that number? Come on, I have nobody paying attention. There we go, Alyssa. If you're not participating, I'm going to require you to do the work today that's presented on the daily message. Now I've got more numbers coming in. All right, so yes, the 1 is there, but we have to include everything in front of that. So when we make that vertical number line, we have 21 10,000s. One more is 22 10,000s. Halfway in between is going to put the 5 right behind the 10,000 because it's half. Putting it correctly, 216 is above 215, so it's greater, so it should round to that. So when I add, I'm going to be adding these two digits together. 0, 0, 0, 0, 8, 3. So my sum, estimated sum by the rounding of it. So this is my estimated sum so that's my estimated sum. So this one is a multi-step problem. I will promise you I will have a multi-step problem on there for you. So you need to make sure that you're going through steps. And most of the time on my multi-step problems, they're worth more points than just a simple question. All right. If you look down here to B, it's making you do the same thing. It's just making you round to the 100,000s place. So it's making you do the same thing just to the 100,000s place. Now, like I said before, I think we've got this. So I want to move on from math today. So I'm going to go ahead and start our 5 minutes of if you need to use the restroom, if you need to get you a drink or anything like that. And then when we come back, we'll get to reading because today I am going to get to science. All right. So I will set my 5 minutes. If you want to talk to each other, that's completely fine.
Thank you, Miss Haycraft, for science.
You're welcome.
I've been dying to do science.
Me too. It's killing me not getting to do it, but it's really hard because it's not hands-on. And usually if we're in the classroom on a normal year, we have
Miss
hands-on.
Haycraft,
Yes.
it keeps kicking me off.
Well, it's kicked me this morning too once. So you just have to keep getting back on there, darling.
Also, my mom's birthday is today.
Oh, tell her happy birthday.
Yeah, we got some Mexican last night, her Mexican, and we completed a puzzle.
Cool. All right. Miss Haycraft's going to run and use the restroom.
Okay.
And it just kicked me off again.